They let the people enjoy it for themselves.
You started to take it in slowly. It wasn't forced to enjoy it all at one time. Every time you hit the block, there's a Starbucks somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Starbucks said, "We successful down here, so we gonna be successful everywhere."
Yeah, her voice got deep.
85.
85 Starbucks?
85.
That's too much. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video.
Starbucks has coffee shops all over the world.
Facts.
There are more than 28,000 locations in 76 markets.
That's a lot.
From Shanghai to Guantanamo Bay. And in China, a new Starbucks location opens up every 15 hours. But there is one continent that seems uninterested
Does that
in the
even
hype.
sound realistic?
I guess they going
Every
that
15
fast.
hours. I don't know. Every 15 hours, a Starbucks is open. I know China's huge.
China huge. Yeah.
Yeah, but every 15 hours?
Every 15 hours, around the clock.
Man, so they're drinking Starbucks more than in America.
Are they?
Must be. Come on, every 15 hours, huh? That's a lot.
Over the Seattle-based coffee chain. And that continent is Australia. It's proven to be one of the toughest markets in the world to break into.
I like that mentality.
So tough, in fact, that Starbucks closed more than 2/3 of its stores on the continent back in 2008.
Wow.
So what went so wrong with Starbucks in Australia? To answer that, let's go back to July of 2000, when Starbucks opened its first Australian shop in Sydney. From there, it expanded fast. By 2008, Starbucks had 87 stores across the continent.
I think one of the problems for Starbucks, and it's true for a lot of businesses that have been successful in one country, is that they thought that their business model could just roll out to a different environment and there was no need for them to adjust.
But that was the problem. It tried to grow the empire too fast. Starbucks rapidly opened up multiple locations instead of slowly integrating them into the Australian market.
When they launched too rapidly and didn't give the Australian consumer an opportunity to really develop an appetite for the Starbucks brand. They also moved into regional areas, into outer suburbs of major cities. And so
now, you gotta listen to what we're talking about here. We're really talking business here. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't, it's like having a baby that you're introducing to food. You can't make them bite too big of a bite too soon. And because Australia is such a tough market, why would you think that giving them so many businesses at one time will be so complimentary to the environment?
Right, because it's like here in America, they can do that. People know Starbucks.
Yes, 100.
You know, but they didn't want to adjust, seems like, to the cultures of New Zealand. That's New Zealand? No, Australia.
Yeah. She want to go to New Zealand so bad. We love Australia too, y'all. Please don't get it wrong.
For the Australian consumer, it was almost like it was too available for them. And so there wasn't this point of difference, this want, this need for Starbucks, and it wasn't an organic growth, which is what we very much saw in the US.
In its first 7 years in Australia, Starbucks accumulated $105 million in losses.
Jeez.
By 2007, Starbucks Australia was hanging on by a thread, taking big loans from the US, totaling up to $54 million. In 2008, Starbucks announced it was shutting down 61 stores.
That's dramatic.
But of course, 2008 was a difficult time for businesses due to the financial crisis. Along with the Australia closures, Starbucks also closed 600 underperforming American stores. But even still, such a retreat in Australia was embarrassing for the brand.
When you're shutting down 75 stores, for the Australian consumer, when they did leave the market, or at least a large number of their stores were shut down, they didn't really care.
It's partly because Australians are spoiled for choice when it comes to coffee. Australia's coffee market is one of the biggest in the world. The industry is expected to hit more than $6 billion in total revenue in
I'm sorry. Another thing they did mention on this is crazy though, because they say that US don't have that organic flow when it comes to coffee. They have all that stuff placed in it, so they already were skeptical whenever Starbucks started popping up. And it was like, y'all know this coffee not what it really is.
It's not like down the street.
It's not like how it is on the street at Harris or something like that.
Yeah, so let us know like the brand, the coffee brand that you all like.
Definitely.
I would love to try it.
And coffees even come in packs, right? So interesting.
I would love to try it.
Yeah.
18. They've been immersed in nuances of cafe culture since the mid-1900s, when Italian and Greek immigrants began traveling to the country. The immigrants introduced Australians to espresso. By the 1980s, Australians were fully engulfed in cafe culture. They've also grown accustomed to specialty menu items, like a flat white or an Australian macchiato.
So cafes in Australia were born out of like the Italian culture of, meeting a friend and knowing your local barista and it being kind of like a local meeting place where everyone knew each other, and that coffee was just a part of that. And then Starbucks came in with what is more of an American style like coffee culture, which is essentially just like coffee is a product, coffee is a commodity, coffee is like perk me up in the morning. It's caffeination.
Starbucks had a basic menu and offered more sugary drinks, which most Australians.
Okay, so he said, "Wake me up in the morning." Yeah, that is how we view coffee.
Yeah.
As for us, me and parents, we like, bring me that coffee.
Yeah, we actually we're taking a lot of coffee now these days, you guys. We love coffee. Yeah. Coffee has become a relationship.
Oh God.
To our family. So.
Yeah, so those two owners made sense with how we view coffee, and they view coffee more of an experience, so that made sense. Definitely. And them wanting to have a relationship with their local cafes, baristas, and all of that kind of, I understand.
Yeah, they view it as a product.
Yeah.
Australians didn't like.
In Australia, where local tastes are different, so we don't really want a coffee that's hundreds of ounces with lots of sugar in it. We want something a bit more sophisticated.
Plus, Starbucks charge more than local cafes, so Australians instead opted
we talking
to pay
about
less
the
for
brand
coffee
here.
they liked from a local barista they trusted.
And so when you come in with this big like, hey, we're going to open all these cafes and they're all going to be to-go focused, it just was the complete wrong market for what the Australians used to.
But there's one American coffee company that's thriving in Australia. Founded in Chicago and now based in Australia, Gloria Jean's got the traction in Australia that Starbucks couldn't.
Gloria
Jean's has
I've
more
heard
than
of
400
that
Australian locations and serves more than 35 million consumers in Australia each year. So what is Gloria Jean's doing in Australia that Starbucks isn't? Well, the company attributes its success to two Australians who franchised the business in their home country. Shops started
Pause. Hold up.
That's a difference.
That's a big difference. Starbucks knew what it was doing. Why would y'all go out there and compete with one of the most biggest coffee shops out there when you already known to be one of the biggest coffee shops?
Right.
Wow.
So what happened is two Australians franchise Gloria Jean's. They went to Cleveland. This what happened. They went to Chicago. They said, that's some good coffee. And I like the atmosphere. I like how they treat the people. It's not priced too high.
Okay.
I'm going to bring this to Australia. And I guess it was a slow growth. They let the people enjoy it for themselves.
You started to take it in slowly. It wasn't forced to enjoy it all at one time. Every time you hit the block, there's a Starbucks somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Starbucks said, we successful down here, so we gonna be successful everywhere.
Yeah, her voice got deep.
85.
85 Starbucks?
85.
That's too much.
But here, let's say like a city like Dallas-Fort Worth, they can say, I'm gonna have 10 Starbucks. Just in Dallas-Fort Worth. How many cities we have? Like 25 or something like that? I don't know, 60? Something like that. They can do that here. Because it's an American brand.
And they do drop them by the load. They don't do one.
Yeah, they don't do one at a time.
They drop them by the load. And especially whenever they start building things around here, anywhere actually, we always be mindful of that. We be like, I wonder what they're building. And then if you wait like a few months or maybe weeks, you can be notice of what they're building.
They building another Starbucks.
Yeah, look, they got one down here too. What they up to?
6. Fast forward to today, the company has a presence in every Australian state.
I want to try Gloria's.
Its menu. The chain offers a wide variety of espresso drinks and specialty coffee. Failing to adapt its menu to Australians' coffee culture proved to be a mistake for Starbucks. And the company faces another challenge later this year, Italy. Starbucks is opening its first store in Milan in late 2018. Home of the espresso, Italy is rich in cafe culture. But according to...
Okay, so Italy and the Greeks brought coffee, the coffee culture, to Australia. America is trying to bring American coffee to Italy. Interesting. Let us know how that went, because that was in 2018, so let us know.
That's fresh.
I'm not going to make the same mistakes that I did in Australia. The company said that it would develop in Italy with humility and respect towards
Okay.
coffee culture. It announced it would be opening a roastery, which is not your average cafe. It gives customers a
love
chance to
those.
see coffee beans roasted and processed before their eyes.
I love
so there's a
those.
chance
We
that
gotta
They,
Another one.
bro, they do that so slick.
But Starbucks
Wait,
isn't
but
Man,
admitting defeat.
they have
They
one
don't-
in Seattle.
But they don't do it in front of us.
They have one in Seattle.
Okay.
Cause that's where they created
Oh,
it at.
okay.
So you want to go? You want me to take you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you.
Thank you.
I'll
sir.
take you since he's a new coffee lover.
Yeah.
Australia either. Starbucks is staging a comeback on the continent. In 2014, Starbucks locations in Australia were purchased by the...
But all I'm just trying to say is it's not. It's like they had that shift so they can be loved. You feel what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they dumping it all on us as if this is what you guys want. That's how y'all like it. Here it is. Y'all ain't gonna complain about it. Oh, here, give them some of this too.
Well,
What about-
and they have one in Chicago, I think, like a roastery, whatever they just called it, where you can see
Yeah, the
all
roastery.
of the stuff processed.
But then
So
meanwhile,
they're bringing it.
they processing it different. They cooking it different. They making it more likable. And yes, we do have our daughter with us. She's
Yeah.
one
We
of
have
the
our
top
children.
audience members who just do all type of chants in the background.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
y'all hear, y'all met her before. She's been on the channel already. So
Say hi,
Say hi.
Sienna.
Starbucks told CNBC that since its sale to the Withers Group, the company learned a lot. So this time, it's taken a different approach to putting Starbucks on the continent.
So if you just think about Australia's a big tourism destination, there's a lot of US and Chinese tourists. Starbucks have been very successful in China, and it makes a lot of sense for them to build out because there are people looking for something that's familiar to them.
Now with 39 locations in Brisbane, Melbourne, the Gold Coast, and Sydney areas, this time it's not looking to appeal to Australians. But instead, the coffee giant hopes to be a familiar face for tourists visiting popular
The
vacation
tourists.
destinations in Australia.
Australia's always been a high volume tourist market. The same thing in terms of international students at our universities, potential opportunities for them. And we're starting to see Starbucks enter into some large shopping malls here in Australia as well.
Australia welcomed 9 million tourists from 2017 to 2018. And those
That's a lot of
international visitors spent more than $30 billion in 2017 alone. So tourists could possibly be the key to keeping the company afloat and preventing another downfall.
bro, that's
Okay.
slick. That is very slick.
Okay.
So they knew it didn't work. It wasn't gonna work well in Australia, so they moved it to Italy.
But they came in with humility and understanding and
because
respect.
they knew that Italy had a high tour weight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not that they're not depending on the community to branch their business and make it bigger. They're depending on the tourists more so because that's a stop.
Yeah. But they went back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
They found a way to go into the different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And so they say they're making a comeback in Australia.
They
I
tried.
love that they went back to appeal to the tourists and the international students and all that.
Right.
So I love that they went back to the drawing board.
So Australia didn't necessarily take Starbucks from their own market. Well, they actually did by not going, but it
Yeah.
wasn't one of those. Well, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna something bad happened to where we can't ever put it back. They can always
Right.
go back and try again.
Right.
It's just
It
they
wasn't
need
like
a-
Walmart in
They
Germany.
need a different approach, right? Like
Yeah.
Walmart. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they went back to the drawing board and they came back with a different approach.
And you got to think about it, you guys. Again, this is like a big business move and a business conversation. So even though schooling out there is high and everything, and education is high and work is high, like they working a lot, but they're getting paid for it. You can't just focus on the work ethic to think that because they're working, they're gonna need to stay up. So let's give them Starbucks. They went
Right.
deeper into the whole mindset of Australia and try to come with an approach, but it didn't necessarily work. So they're
Yeah.
trying it again. So you guys just think bigger than the aspect of what you think they may need it for.
Right.
It's actually
Right.
deeper than that.
Right.
So
Right.
that's different.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they have some success and not
Definitely,
just
yeah, yeah,
total
yeah.
wipeout.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Germany, Walmart.
You know I love my Walmart.
But it happened. Go check the video out, y'all, and go get some education on what happened with Germany and Walmart. It was a good look. It was a very good look.
Yeah.
Starbucks is the largest coffee company in the world, with over 34,000 stores in 80 countries. In 2018, the chain opened in one of the coffee capitals of the world, Italy. While Starbucks doesn't break out country-specific data in its earnings report and declined our request for an interview, the company does get some glowing reviews from locals.
Everybody knows the brand and everybody knows that it's good. Preferisco Starbucks perché più fresco, cioè una cosa più anche alla moda, un po' più americano.
Whenever you go inside, you smell the coffee and you see the interior itself, you feel that you're in Milan. You feel you're in Italy.
We know Starbucks, we know the quality, and when you travel, sometimes you just need to stay in the comfortable option.
Italy's $7 billion cafe market is the second biggest in the world. Coffee is built into the fabric of the country's culture, filled with traditions, customs, and rituals. A few other American brands have failed in Italy. So can Starbucks find success in the country that invented the espresso? CNBC went to Italy to find out.
Now this is interesting because we already know how y'all feel about Starbucks.
Right.
Okay, and here you all like your independent mom and pops cafes. So I'm really interested to see what they have to say about this. Because so far they're like they know the quality. They want to stick with the quality when they travel, and American is hip.
Let me know if you one of them guys who say I didn't like Starbucks, but then I had a change of heart. Because you know it'd be like that.
Starbucks cool. I mean, when we want to splurge on coffee, you know.
Extra shot, please.
We get vanilla beans.
Yeah, that's how we get. Like nothing more.
The Starbucks we know today was modeled after Italian coffee houses. But in its beginnings, the company used to sell whole bean coffee and tea from a few stores in Seattle. 10 years later, Howard Schultz, the company's marketing director at the time, took a trip to Milan and was captivated by the Italian coffeehouse experience of making an espresso. When he returned to Seattle, he persuaded the company to model Starbucks after Milan's unique coffeehouse culture. The concept took off, and in 1987, the original founders sold the company to Schultz for $3.8 million.
Somebody always selling their recipe.
To the marketing manager.
For real. Like, they say this is what we got going on. This is the future we see for it. How much you want for it for? Well, they'll never pitch the price. They tell them how much they want, then they let them know what they can do. I wonder who Starbucks is like getting their import from when it comes to coffee. Because, you know, being an international channel and all, seeing the world. And we know a few spots where coffee is really, nature grown.
Right.
So.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Interesting.
Y'all let us know if y'all know.
It wasn't until 2018 that Starbucks opened its first store in the country that inspired it, a 25,000 square foot roastery in Milan. It features an in-house coffee roaster, a bakery with a wood-fired oven, and augmented reality configured walls. It was the first Starbucks location to feature an Arrabbiamo bar, and the first to include an affogato station, which is an Italian dessert made with ice cream and espresso. When Starbucks announced its formal plan...
Now, you know what? I'm going to Starbucks and see if they can make that. Because that look different. I think we got that.
The closest we're going to get is a vanilla bean.
Okay. If you tell them what you want, they'll make it for you.
Ice cream?
The customer's always right.
They don't have ice cream?
They're going to find some.
They're going to find some. To open in Milan in 2016, the company planted 42 palm trees in the historic Piazza del Duomo to revitalize the space in celebration. Locals protested, and a few set fire to a cluster of the trees in the middle of the night. Matteo
This got to be the crowd you was talking about.
About what?
The ones who not too hip with the Starbucks.
Right.
Ways.
I remember last summer. I say they have crazy people everywhere. And everybody, I'm not picking on Italy, but I'm talking about everybody was like, no, they don't. They just in America. What you call setting trees on fire? That's crazy.
That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
That's a little.
Say, if we ain't gonna tell them how we feel, we're gonna show them. That's a little crazy.
You know,
that's a little crazy.
Leader of the Northern League accused Starbucks of appealing to illegal African immigrants. In a statement, the company said, "Our intention for this project has always been to demonstrate our respect and gratitude to the city of Milan, which has so greatly inspired Starbucks over the years." To date, Starbucks has 20 locations in Italy, all owned and operated by its Italian licensee, Percassi. The firm manages stores across retail, food and beverage, and cosmetics in over 23 countries. Percassi also franchises Victoria's Secret stores across Italy. Okay. Italy remains a small portion of Starbucks' portfolio, Revenue from licensed stores accounted for 9% of Starbucks' total net revenue in the third quarter of 2022. In an earnings call in August of 2022, the company said, "Given the success we are enjoying in Milan, we are now planning to open in Rome and in Florence."
Uh-oh.
It took Starbucks 47 years to open shop in Italy.
Dang.
Coffee is very important in Italian culture. The Italian coffee market is worth $11.8 billion, and about 14 billion espressos are consumed each year. In the south of Italy, it's tradition to buy 2 coffees, one for you and one for a stranger. There are other unwritten rules and customs that can be harder for a large international chain to abide by. Italians go to coffee houses for leisure. It's common to get a coffee, quickly drink it at the counter, and leave. It's also personal and intimate. Many baristas know their customers by name. Unlike Starbucks, customers don't typically sit for a while or work on their laptops. And Starbucks is known for getting its customers' names wrong.
They are known for getting their customers' names
That is funny
wrong.
she mentioned that. That is so funny. That is truthful.
But I want to speak on what I know Starbucks culture to be, because we had a Starbucks on campus. No, not on campus, but by campus. We had like a barista on campus, Starbucks. And like they even purchase or lease stores where it would be bigger seating areas. And we have met clients at Starbucks.
Right.
Like that was our go-to spot. And other people that we know, like our Starbucks are always packed.
Truthful.
With people who are sitting down, chatting, working, meetup spot.
It's the meetup spot, bro. Like everybody's working there.
Right, so that's what we know it to be. Do with that as you will. How y'all feel about that? Because y'all be like, Sierra, you can't speak for everybody, but
and when you get up there,
just multiple places.
Yeah, truthful. Like, and when you get up there, just ask them to re-say your name, so they can like reinstate it. Like, who am I?
Yeah,
who I said I was? Okay, I'm Dion. I'm not Dion. Call me by D. It's better. All right, gotcha.
And don't be characterizing me, girl with the red shirt. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh, I don't like that when they take your drink and they can't get your name right, so they call you by your number and you leave on the counter. And then you go there and you have all these other drinks. You be like, what is this?
That's why I
be packed
at that counter, because them drinks are too high to be leaving and somebody else come get your drink.
For real.
When you go to a cafe in Italy, this is a moment of social exchange. This is a moment in which you want to spend time with your colleagues. Maybe you want to take 5 more meals before going back to work after lunch. Or maybe it's a moment in which you just want to drink a coffee al volo, a short espresso, not jumbo mug of coffee, and you have a brief exchange with the barista about how your soccer team did the day before and things like that.
The typical order at a coffee bar in Italy is much simpler than an average order at Starbucks. It's custom to order a cafe, which is a strong shot of espresso.
The consensus is that in the morning you would have either an espresso. Otherwise, for breakfast, another favorite option is for sure cappuccino. After noon, you would not ask for a cappuccino, for example. That is considered a sort of blasphemy by many people in Italy.
Milan has some of the cheapest coffee in the world, according to one study. The average for a cappuccino is about €1.30, compared to €4.50 at Starbucks. This was a big enough issue that even an Italian consumer group filed a complaint in 2018. Despite the challenges, Starbucks has beat the odds in Italy and is even considering expanding. To ensure a smooth transition into uncharted territory, the company partnered with an Italian brand manager and other local businesses.
Finding the best franchisees is just so critical because they're executing the business locally and they're so desperately needed to really execute the brand well, but they're just difficult to find.
Starbucks worked with local craftsmen and Italian materials to adapt the design of its shop to fit the culture. The architecture echoes Milan's extravagant use of colors, textures, and materials with intense attention to detail. The chain also partnered with an Italian baker to adapt its menu to local tastes. Some believe the taste profile of Starbucks coffee is similar to that of Italian coffee. The chain sources Arabica beans from 30 countries around the world.
Talk about it.
It's a darker, smoother roast compared to the typical American coffee, which is often regarded as weak.
When I went to the roastery in Milan, I wanted to try it. I immensely enjoyed the coffee I had there. It was perfect. Also, the cappuccino was nice and creamy. The temperature was perfect. It wasn't burned. It tasted precisely like an Italian coffee should, and I would say a good Italian coffee.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Look at Starbucks going into a very what is the word?
I'm thinking of one.
Challenging situation.
Yeah.
And winning over the locals. They learned the culture. First of all, there was the inspiration. He came to Milan, saw what he liked, took it back to the owner. Mm-hmm. The owner ended up selling it to him 40-something years later.
Right.
He come back to the blueprint and open up this big, what is it called, roastery?
Oh, the little factory.
Big Starbucks.
Yeah.
And he understood the culture.
Yeah,
he ain't try to Americanize it. He ain't try to, say, no, this is how we like our coffee. Like, he went there, built this beautiful, well, I don't know if it was built, so excuse me.
Oh, no, I think he purchased, or he mimicked the building.
The materials and all of that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, he immersed himself in the culture.
Yeah. And we say that a lot about the failing businesses. They don't cater to the culture.
They don't care.
They don't do what
not
the
that
people...
they don't care.
Yeah, it's not that they don't care. It's like the people know what they like, and they don't give them
research.
What they want. They give them what everyone else accepted, and they let them have that. Nah, we don't have nothing like this in America when it comes to Italian culture, Starbucks. Nah.
We need the overall...
What was it? See?
I ain't gonna say, but we need that bar, and we need the ice cream bar. We need that.
Yeah, if we don't got it, they're gonna find it.
Right, because our children already think that it's ice cream that we go get from Starbucks.
Now we have like a menu that we cater to, and we have like a certain thing that we pick every single time, like the pop cakes for the children. Is it called cake pops?
Cake pops.
Cake pops for the children, like a lollipop, but it's a cake, living bread, little small pastries like that. But we need to add ice cream.
Yeah. We need an ice cream bar.
We need ice cream.
Kids will love it.
Il caffè da Starbucks è buono anche perché ci sono anche altre varietà.
Secondo me questo negozio ha una location unica, un layout interno unico, un ambiente che è particolarmente bello ed è un posto piacevole dove bersi un caffè, diciamo.
Starbucks è qualcosa di particolarissimo che non assomiglia a nessuna esperienza da bar che si possa avere probabilmente a Milano.
But not everyone agrees.
Io non lo berrei mai, neanche il mio. Anacquato, cosa mi bevo un caffè anacquato?
Il caffè di Starbucks è un caffè più acquoso, più diluito.
Dedicarsi più sulla loro linea rispetto a copiare il caffè classico italiano, espresso.
Many Italian customers go to Starbucks for the unique experience. There's a widespread view online that Starbucks is seen as exotic to international customers. And in a high-fashion city such as Milan, holding a Starbucks cup can give a sense of status. Tourism could be a big driver behind the chain's sales. Tourists are more likely to shop at brands they recognize.
Right.
About 95 million tourists arrived in Italy in 2019. Other brands have had a harder time finding success in the country. Domino's, Ben & Jerry's, and Haagen-Dazs all failed.
One of the biggest missing pieces is to really understand the competitive landscape. And the competitive landscape in most of our European countries is not another chain.
The company said it plans to open 5 more Starbucks locations in Italy by the end of 2022.
They say they don't care what y'all say. We still gonna open some more.
Well, they don't got no competitive. Nobody competing them. Not really like.
But the culture, like they would rather their independent shops.
They would, they did mention that. But when it comes to like other franchise, like businesses and whatnot, they don't got nobody that can run with them.
Right.
Nobody really in their own lane by themselves.
Right. Okay.
Ooh, Lord, let me find a recipe and sell it.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't sell it.
No, we're gonna keep it for ourselves.
For real.
Keep
Gonna
it
do
in
good
family.
things. Yeah, big facts.
All right, guys. So let us know your thoughts. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.